first of all, I would have one comment about the different communities. Maybe that was a question to Ilse, because we know that certain communities out of biomechanics and computational modeling area, for example, Osteoarthritis Research Society International, they don't appreciate too much biomechanics and computational modeling currently. So I guess we should probably do something about it. So go to the, as you already discussed there briefly, that we should make ourselves known in other relevant communities better. Now, especially as Don is the member of the board, and Martin Englund is almost in our neighbor here, the president of the RC. Maybe we should organize something there together. Then the other comment briefly, like at least Don mentioned this animal models also. Like I think I'm not sure whether it's relevant in NEHAP, but might be relevant at least to consider, because then obviously we know that it's more controlled environment, and if there would be like relevant animal model data also, like some kind of repository of those, that would be quite relevant for model validation and verification, especially as you can get much more information from those. Well, we all know that the small animals difficult to measure the motion, but anyways. So I have a couple of slides here, as I said, totally informal, totally unprofessional. But we have also similar to Ilse's university in Leuven. We have also this not in silico modeling kind of like a network, but musculoskeletal diseases research community. One picture is here from the networking event. And the idea is there that we like engineers, physicists, clinicians, and biologists work together. So that's in-house. The challenge with that is that, as Ahmed briefly mentioned there, is that many of the collaborators in hospital are not that engaged in the common ideas. So we need to find collaborations out of the country. Okay, then I have to kind of like continue from the sentence that Don was saying, that have fun. So we all know that how you network. Okay, conference. By the way, I'm not fully sure how many PhD students and postdocs there are in the audience, but this maybe the target audience for these slides would be them. But anyways, my point is here is that not only professional discussion in the conference, but go to bars and restaurants. Some examples of multidisciplinary collaborative networks. For example, we have with Alan Grodziski and the gang every year in Åres meeting. This was the last one. Or in Stockholm, just Price was there suddenly, and all the other people from ISP in the same bar suddenly. And the other thing is that, of course, when you start knowing people, maybe get the first grant, and obviously have research visits, try to find collaborators filling the gaps in your research. Again, the same thing. Obviously, you might go there to do some experiments, but remember to have fun also there. Restaurants, bars, go to visit the houses of your hosts. Or here on the right-hand side, one orthopedic surgeon. By the way, he also liked soft intervention, not only hammer. And this was like in a cabin close to Melbourne. On the other hand, Alan Grodziski, we all know him from the mechanobiology area, and who is, by the way, allergic to lobsters. So he survived from this dinner. But then something about, I maybe I would say Kuopio style. We have had this tradition. I guess all of you have also your own traditions how to invite opponents to a PhD thesis defense, but we've had during last over 20 years 70 different opponents, and the idea is to always invite somebody obviously expert in the area, still no conflict of interest, but so that we hope that it could provide at some timeline some new collaborations. So it has produced a lot of different grants and applications. So we call this Hall of Fame. And look at the row 3. Who is there?
Finland, yes.
It was a memorable event. And how about who else was there? Later, when Don was with us in our cabin, actually this hot tub discussion produced one grant proposal, which was at the end successful, and a lot of articles later on. And actually, I noticed that, Don, you had the same picture. Maybe I stole it from you, or maybe you stole it from me. Anyways, Jerome Noeli was the latest one in the summer, in the opponent of Jonas, which also then visited Iowa earlier in the thesis. And not only that, we have been really privileged to also be able to invite these kind of like giants in different areas of research. For example, we know God of biomechanics, Walter Herzog, was here, nominated as the honorary doctor. And again, the same thing. Bars and restaurants, have a beer. We had the 3-day party. And the collaboration is ongoing. And slight advertisement, we have also this nice Korhonen resort, kind of like a place, maybe 45 minutes from the city center to drive. We have had several small meetings there. For example, this European Doctoral School meeting, 8 different partners from all over Europe. Depending on whether it's summer or winter, there's all kind of activities there, and also in that meeting we organized many other things, such as downhill skiing. Maybe we can organize next NSF meeting there. So what is my take-home message? Get out of the lab, get out of the lab, get out of the office, forget about online systems, forget about social media, take a beer and go to talk to people. Thank you.